first comic book I ever read was The Incredible Hulk.
The first comic book I ever read was it's an issue of X-Men from the beginning of the Dark Phoenix saga. And the image I remember, I can't remember what issue it is now. I just reread it actually. The image that is like burned in my memory is Wolverine hiding in the rafters above the Hellfire agents and getting ready to jump down and murder them. And I remember him actually murdering them. Like he actually jumps down and just carves them all up. I remember thinking, this guy's gonna go far. That's Wolverine.
Yeah, I don't know exact. My memory is fading. But the first comic I ever bought in the store was X-Men 138.
The first comic book I ever read was a Peter Parker, The Spectacular Spider-Man comic. And when I first read the comics, I wasn't that interested in it. And then I read a few Star Wars comics, and then a friend of mine who collected comics, and that's how I got into it.
X-Men 173 by Chris Claremont and Paul Smith, still one of my favorite comics.
First comic book I ever read, it probably was a Green Lantern, Green Arrow by Neil Adams, either that or an old Shogun Warriors or Godzilla.
Well, I had read along, if that counts, because I was, I had those comic book story records, and I had a Batman one that came with the comic book, so I would read along with, it was Batman versus the Scarecrow on one side, and Batman versus Grodd on the other. So.